my name is Steve Lalonde, and this is my associate, Carolyn Higdon, and together we will be demonstrating the pelvic tilt tremor. Before we start, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what you'll be seeing today. I'm going to have Carolyn first lie down and relax her body in a nice comfortable position, just being aware of any tension she might be carrying before we start the tremor. And then I'm going to explain to her how to get into the position for the pelvic tilt tremor and have her tremor for a little while. And then we will ask Carolyn how she felt during the tremor and get her feelings about it. So Carolyn, first, good. You're lying flat on your back, and try and keep your spine straight and becoming aware of any tension that might be in your body. I would like you to wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit. Very good. Continuing to breathe deeply through the mouth and keeping your glutes relaxed. And let's have you, Carolyn, I would like you to pan your head slowly. That's good. To the right and then to the left, and this will make you become aware of any tension in your neck or your shoulders. Great. Now, Carolyn, I would like for you to begin to get into the position by bending your right leg out to the side and then standing it up. And let's do the same thing with the left leg, out to the side and stand it up. Great. Now, I would like for you to take your heels and put them as close under your bottom as you can. Great. And then pigeon toe your toes slightly, not so much that they grip the floor, but just a little bit, which will help you get into the pose. Next, Carolyn, I would like for you to extend your arms out to the side with your palms up. Very good. Continuing to breathe through your mouth. Carolyn, I want to have you imagine that there are strings attached to your kneecaps, and these strings will be pulling your pelvis up towards the ceiling and into the wall in front of you. Pulling your knees, I should say, up to the ceiling, into the wall in front of you. And this will be sending energy up to the ceiling, while at the same time, if you could, Carolyn, imagine that there is a weight pressing down on your pelvis, sending energy into the floor. So the strings will be pulling the pelvis up from the knees, pushing energy to the ceiling, and the weight down on the pelvis will be pushing the energy down to the floor. Okay, if you could imagine those strings slowly lifting your pelvis up, sending energy to the ceiling, and at the same time, a weight pressing down, sending energy into the floor. Remembering to breathe through the mouth, and I would like for you to use a little bit of fluffy sound. And fluffy sound is simply the beginning of sound, and it's great for the vocal cords. Carolyn, as you get deeper into the pelvic tilt tremor, I would like for you to use a little bit of feeling breath. And feeling breath is simply an accurate representation of what you're feeling during the tremor, positive or negative. Might be slightly uncomfortable for you, or on the other side it could be very pleasant. And Carolyn, when you're ready, I would like for you to slowly come out of the tremor. Extend your legs out. And while continuing to breathe, slowly roll over to your side into the fetal position. Remembering to breathe and reflect on how you felt during the tremor. And now, Carolyn, I would like for you to go into a wonderful restorative pose called the Child's Pose. Extending your hands and arms out to the front and sending energy into your back and breathing into those areas where you still might feel a little bit of tension. Excellent. Okay, Carolyn, I would like you to come back up into seated position and just ask you how you felt during the tremor, and do you feel any different now than before when
I
you started?
feel very released. The tension has left my body, and it was a very pleasant experience.
Excellent. And that was the pelvic tilt tremor.